Are you building muscle everywhere but your arms? Watch this for the solution.
Our next caller is Maddie from Colorado.
What's up, Maddie? How can we help you?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
What's going on?
Right on. I just want to start by thanking you guys for the information you put out, and it's been a great help over the last couple of years.
Right on. What you got for us, buddy?
I'll just jump into my question if that's all right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a little background. I've been training since I was 14. I'm 20 now, about to turn 21. I've been consistent since the time I started, but with consistency in diet and programming, about 3 or 4 years. Freshman year of high school, I was a skinnier kid, about 150 pounds, and I graduated around 220 with probably 16, 17% body fat, so it wasn't too crazy, but I've done a few phases of cutting and bulking. I'm currently bulking, eating around 3,500 calories a day, 8 to 10,000 steps, and I'm back up to that 220 weight, but I have a lot more muscle and strength than I had last time I was at this weight. I'm relatively strong. I'm benching 3 plates, squatting 4, and when I was deadlifting, I got up to 500. I haven't deadlifted in like a year and a half just because I've been lazy, honestly, but I've dropped to 189 pounds, and now I'm back up to 220, like I said, and my arms have stayed nearly the same size. They're lean and vascular. I don't really hold much fat on my arms, but I just have been having a hard time growing them. I've ran your guys' split program, and I started the push and pull days I started them with arms, so I was exerting most of my energy from the jump on arms, but I just want to see what you guys thought.
That would be the first thing I would do consistently is, and you never say this typically to the average person or typical, but hit arms before you move to your compound lifts. That should work over time. Also, have you done any occlusion training for your arms?
Where you put like the occlusion band and you restrict blood flow?
Yep.
No, I have not.
That'll probably add a quarter inch to a half an inch on your arms within a couple months. Just practicing that. Yeah, and what you would do is at the end of your arm workout, just do like a couple sets of occlusion, and it's gnarly. If you do it right, it's gnarly, and it does tend to add muscle. I mean, I was able to see a good quarter inch on my calves from adding that.
Yeah, I like MAPS anabolic protocol with trigger sessions focused around arms. So I like, and then also doing what you're doing, right? So following MAPS anabolic, starting with the arms, which is not normal. We tell someone, so if your goal mainly to develop your arms, I'd be like, let's do MAPS anabolic. Let's start with arms always like you're doing. And then your trigger sessions on your off days, I want focused around arm pumps like that. And you could probably cycle in the occlusion training in there every once in a while. Just be careful not overdoing it.
No, I would do with MAPS anabolic, I would do occlusion once a week.
Yeah.
With all that.
Once a week?
Yep.
Now, would you recommend doing that on the back? Those last few sets of arms?
No. So if you start with arms, do your workout, and then at the end, do one of those days, do like 3 sets of occlusion for biceps and triceps.
Okay. And just stick to the reps that are in the program?
That's it. Yeah. And then do trigger sessions for all 3 of them on the off days, make them arms.
Right on.
Yeah. And you should get a good, I would say a good half an inch, probably in 60 days or so.
Yeah.
By the way, a 15 and a half, 16-inch arm that's lean is way more impressive than a fat 18-inch arm. You know, we get caught up with the inches of our arms type of deal, but when you're lean, you don't need huge arms to look, muscle. And we just looked at your pictures. You look pretty balanced.
Yeah. And you're strong as fuck.
Thank you.
A lot stronger than I was at that age.
Yeah.
So you're ahead of the game, bro, for sure. You're doing really Yeah, you're doing really good. Yeah. And it's just they're smaller muscles. They take a lot longer to see.
Frequency and volume is really good.
Yeah, it takes a long time to see a big difference on arms because they are small muscles. It just takes consistency, and you've come a long way for how young you are already. So you're going to be just fine, dude.
I forgot he's 20.
He's 20 years old, bro.
You're good,
bro. Yeah, you're doing good, man. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And is there? I don't have anabolic, but is there deadlifting in there? Should I start doing that again?
Yeah, deadlifts are in there.
Adam talks about development in the arms.
Yes, I was just gonna say the deadlifts are in there, and deadlifts are great for seeing arm growth. So it's like one of those side effects that you get to the biceps that not a lot of people think they're gonna get.
We'll send it to you.
So that in itself is probably gonna help. I love anabolic for you and focusing trigger sessions on the arms, and let's see what that does.
Right on. Sounds good. Well, that was my only question.
All right, Matt.
Really cool to talk to you guys. Thanks a lot for the help.
All right, Maddie.
Cool,
take it easy.
I forgot how he was 20.
Yeah, bro. And bro, 500 deadlifts
Yeah,
and
he's just
20
getting
and
going.
3 plates.
Yeah, he'll get his arms
Fucker was
over the
way-
next
way
few
stronger than I
over the
am.
next few years. He'll get his arms up to a good
Yeah.
17 inches, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like really good.
And you know, to point out that that was a side effect of deadlifting. I didn't
That
anticipate.
extended tension, that
Yes.
lengthened bicep
And range,
tension.
Yeah, well,
strength.
it's an isometric position for the bicep and forearms
With
that you
fucking
just
500 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else do you
Loaded
do that?
heavy as
yeah.
fuck.
No, I saw huge gains in my forearms and my biceps from that, not anticipating that at all.
Yeah. What's the biggest you ever measured your arms? You ever measure them?
That's a good question. I don't know what they were at the peak. I don't know if I even. How funny is that? I was into bodybuilding, and I
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. When
I know.
you're on stage.
I don't, and you know what I also realized too was that they were probably the biggest when I didn't like the way I looked. Like when I was just big, bulky.
Oh,
I-
lean.
I was probably
bigger.
I probably had 19-inch arms when I was 240,
Yeah.
but then I looked better with 18-inch arms when I was lean.
Yeah, of course.
So
of course.
you know that's the thing too about like this is something
We get stuck. People get caught up on the.
I
measurement.
remember this age though. At this age, I remember. Oh, bro, I got
course.
19.
Yeah, of course.
I remember guys saying stuff like that and getting caught. But it's like you go through this enough, and then you realize, like, oh wow,
You just get fixated
I
on
got
it.
the most jacked arm compliments when I was
When you're lean.
When I was
and they're
just
smaller.
Yes,
I know.
Yeah.